This channel is about awareness. And although it is very important to be aware of all the crazy negative things around you because of the high consequences, the very dire consequences that come if you're not aware, it's also important to be aware of the beautiful, positive things around you so that you don't miss out on great experiences, great people, and great things. Great sights, smells, feelings, you know? And so, because these moments can be rare in our lives, because life is filled with such toil, such difficulty, we have to remain open. We have to keep our compassion. And in order to keep our compassion, we have to practice. We have to practice being compassionate consciously. This is what I think this person did. And if you look at this face that he's making, you can tell that this is a sincere type of being. Not that he always told the truth or that he was always even um, aware, like we're saying, and like we're trying to be, or that he was always pleasant. But this is a face of trying. This is a face of sincerity. This is the face of someone who is being themselves. This is Wesley Willis. Now, I'm not going to give a history on Wesley Willis, but I'm from the Chicago area, and I caught this gentleman and became aware of him at the end of his life. I believe he died in about, early 2000s. I was in high school. Um, I graduated in 2003, so I think I probably became aware of him shortly before then. Um, Maybe even my senior year. But this was an artist who used to go around the city, and I think he was um, homeless for a period of time, a street person, and he also had some kind of mental illness, maybe schizophrenia, schizophrenia, something like that. Um, but he would just go around on public transportation, if I remember correctly, and draw things in magic marker, in pen, in pencil, colored pencil, and his drawings were striking. They were very, very interesting. He was extremely skilled, and it brought a lot of people joy to see somebody like this. And this is the type of people you meet when you're open to all kinds of people. People with houses, people with no houses, men, women, children, people with all kinds of religions, sexualities, spiritual practices, people who dress all kind of ways, you know, people who are rich, people who are poor, people with normal jobs, people with fringe kind of jobs. You got to be aware of what's around you so you can pick the flowers, you know? So there's not much to analyze about Wesley Willis. He's really, as far as his appearance, he's a person who projects his vision rather than his appearance. So what you see is what you get with him, and I like this kind of people. I like this kind of person. This isn't the only kind of person I like, but I like this kind of person. Here's another photo of him. I mean, just like with a musician who gets sick of hearing things all the time, I imagine a visual artist gets sick of seeing all these brilliant colors and wanting to amend them, wanting to interpret them. Might just want to close your eyes like this sometimes and see. And this is a similar face to that one. You know, even though he's not the same, not making the exact same face. I mean, sincerity. He's not trying to project any kind of appearance to you of himself. He's putting it all on that paper right there. It's beautiful, isn't it? What a gorgeous man. You know, that's the kind of clothes he likes to wear. That's the way he likes to wear his hair. And that's the expression he's making right now. Just completely true to life. Now let's get into some of this art. Let's get into some of this art. Just gorgeous. Whimsical, comical. But also just filled with shapes and colors and doing the most with the without a whole bunch of stuff. Without a whole bunch of action. I mean, you can see the process he's going through when he's drawing this stuff. It's so meticulous. And I'm not sure where all of these locations are or from where he's doing this. I mean, I know where most of the locations are, but I'm not sure the perspective he's taking, or whether it's just a photo that he might have seen a photo in some of these and drawn it. Um, like I said, I do know he used to ride around on public transportation and just draw things. And if I'm wrong about any of the information I say about him or his art, I apologize. I'm just going by what I remember because this is one of my favorite artists that I've come across in my life. The strokes are just as interesting as the actual photos. I mean, the choices he makes is just so gorgeous and unique. Oh, yes, I read a lot of comics growing up, so this kind of stuff appeals to me. I mean, the shapes are amazing. Come on. Oh, wow, look at these colors. Look at that. A truck with trucks on it. Wow, it's 1984. Now, this is one of my favorites. I just love this. This is how this highway looks. Was this Dan Ryan? Yeah, this is the Dan Ryan Expressway, 1985. This is how this highway looks when you're on it. And I'm not sure if this is an actual real depiction or whether this is some kind of surrealist thing. Because I don't know whether these buildings on the right are actually. Oh, wait, is that supposed to be Cabrini Green. I can't tell. Maybe. It's been a while since I've been back to Chicago. But I think he used to put different parts of the city into one picture as if it's all in one place. In addition to just drawing, landscapes, kind of surrealist. Oh my goodness. I don't know why, but this person's drawing just makes me so happy. It makes my mind race. And one day I'm gonna get one of these. They're not particularly expensive. They're not cheap. I think they're like, $5, $10, $15,000 or something for one of these, which I do not have right now to just spend on drawings, but one day I will. And there's something to be said for somebody who has a style like this. I mean, this is when you really know what you want to see. I love it. Downloaded that one twice, huh? And I don't know whether, yeah, this one doesn't have a date on it. I don't know whether he's widely known, but I think he's pretty known around the art world. I mean, this stands out, I think, over time, over the centuries of art. I mean, this person really was pretty unique. And when you have somebody who's living at the same time as you, in the same vicinity as you, and grows up in the same area of the country as you, it's really a source of pride. I mean, I feel a connection to this person, I suppose, at the same time. I mean, look at that. It's so simple, but I mean, it reveals a very creative and active mind that's processing things in its own way, in its own beautiful way. And a lot of times we try to understand each other when we find out that we have talents like this, because I believe everyone has a unique talent like this if they'll take the time and if they have the courage to actually explore it. I don't think this person is particularly unique um, in the fact that he has talent or had talent, but the fact that he would dedicate himself to this and decide that this was important. This is what I was gonna do, even if he did other things. But most people decide that this is childish, being an artist. I mean, look at these cars. What kind of car is that supposed to be? What is that? I mean, I'm sorry, the photo's not better, but you get an idea. You can look it up for yourself. His name is Wesley Willis. I might even print some of these out for my place. Man, the juxtaposition, I love that word, but the juxtaposition of 3D things against 2D things, against different colors, the crazy way he uses shapes, the different directions his strokes go. It's just so mesmerizing. The perspective. Ooh. It's this is what happens when you've dedicated your awareness to this particular activity, even if just for an hour, 20 minutes, 2 hours, you can really come up with something that's cool. I like the colors in this one. And he actually wrote the logos on the trucks and stuff. That's funny. Is that a camper? And this is one of those artists that you look at their work and you notice more and more things about the details. Look at that straight line where the exit is. That's crazy. It's amazing. I think this is the clearest photo I have. You know, look at where the brown stops on the highway. And then look at the brown on that truck on the right. There's just so many things. The way the colors interact with each other. The idea of negative, positive, color, no color, shape, no shape, space. The different sizes of things. You see the John Hancock building creeping back from over there. And this is when, looks like the 80s too. Old Chicago. Back when it was still Comiskey Park. And when the United Center wasn't building, when it was, I can't remember what it was even called. And that's the last one. But yeah, this is one of my favorite artists. Real talent. Real unique. Have a lovely day.